friends. My name is Charmaine, and welcome to my channel, Witch Isle, where I share my healing journey in hopes that maybe it'll help you. So, I've been struggling lately. It always seems like it's the same thing I'm struggling with over and over again, but it's a process, and I realize there's a process to it. However, sometimes when I'm struggling, I mindlessly scroll Facebook, which isn't the greatest thing, but I came across a little gem in doing so today that made me stop, go, huh, and actually get a start on my day. So let me share it with you. Laziness kills ambition, anger kills wisdom, fear kills dreams, ego kills growth, jealousy kills peace, doubt kills confidence. Now, read them backwards. Ambition kills laziness. Wisdom kills anger. Dreams kills fear. Growth kills ego. Peace kills jealousy. Confidence kills doubt. Then as I sat there with that and thought to myself, ambition kills laziness, and I was feeling pretty lazy, I had to stop for a moment and think to myself, well, what would an ambitious Charmaine look like? And an ambitious Charmaine would be doing the things that she needs to do and get into place so she can get on her vacation, which means working on her channel. Boy, oh boy. So in my process, I wrote down a quick set of 5 things I wanted to do right away, get done today, so that tomorrow I can rest, and then the next day I actually go on vacation. So I get a day of rest and, not having to do anything before I get to actually go out of town on vacation. And I think if I can accomplish that, that's a beautiful thing. So part of that for me today is doing this show right now, because the show's coming out while I'm actually in the working portion of my vacation. Now, with that, because I was aimlessly scrolling, I also seen something else. And that something else was something that one of my friends posted, and I know she's been struggling. And her post, which I'm sure was a repost of somebody else's post, and I'm not sure where any of this stuff comes from. However, this one said, how to instantly feel better. And I thought, ooh, this is going to be good. Anger, sing. Burned out, walk. Overthinking, write. Anxious, breathe. Stressed, exercise. Sad, gratitude. Lazy, cold shower. Impatient, reflect on progress. Now, as a secondary to the one that I read before, this one tells you a little bit more about how to do to get yourself moving again. The anger one, I had a hard time identifying with, mainly because my borderline personality disorder has a lot to do with anger as the emotion itself. It was very hard for me to feel or even be around. So now when I think about it, I used to do karaoke night with some friends, and it was a couple of years I was doing karaoke with the friends, and I think back now to how much that might have really helped that anger for me. Something else I notice about myself, when I feel burned out and I don't want to do anything, usually what gets me back into the mood to do things is taking a walk. And that walk for me looks like mowing the yard. I have a very large yard. So I mow it in sections, and by doing that I can break that lawn mowing up into a few different days so that when I am feeling burned out, there's plenty of area to walk, and I'm also going to get a chore done at the same time. But Mowing my lawn to me is me grounding and connecting with my property. And I love my little piece of property. So those walks change a lot for me. Typically, before I come in and do a podcast show, I usually go for a walk in my yard. Overthinking and writing is something that has helped me so much when it comes to overthinking, because overthinking is usually my fears taking over. And if I start writing, I can write down my fears, but then it's like almost the next automatic thing for me to do is to start to problem solve them or create cope ahead plans for things that I'm fearful of happening. And when I go forward in life knowing that, oh, I have a cope ahead plan for that, I don't need to worry, it takes so much off of my shoulders. Anxious and breath, that's just science and it makes sense. I'm currently using an app that has anxiety breathing on it, which you can get like a 1 to 3 minutes guided breath work if you need it. And I've been in the habit of popping it up if I'm going through an anxiety moment. And it has helped. It has helped immensely. So, but the thing is you're not going to have that breathing skill in the moment of anxiety unless you practice it when you are not anxious. And for that, just set aside a couple minutes a day to work on guided breath work. It doesn't take long, but if you start, you will build those days up, and eventually you have enough experience that when you have an anxiety attack, you will think to go to the skill. Stress and exercise, that's another science one. When we get all stressed out, our body creates cortisol. And the best, real effective way to get cortisol out of your body is to exercise it out, to exert yourself, to have your muscles push it out of them. I challenged myself recently with just 3 minutes of exercise a day since I was falling off of my regimen of yoga and riding the bike. I end up doing about 5 minutes of exercise a day, and I can get a mile in 5 minutes on a bicycle. So that's what I do, and I think that has been helping me also keep from getting burned out too. Sad and gratitude. I can't recommend this enough. If you are feeling sad at all, instead of sitting in those sad feelings, start looking for things to be grateful for. I remember when I first started therapy, I didn't have a whole lot to be grateful for. I had a hard time finding gratitude for a lot of things. So my gratitudes became very simple. I can afford coffee and creamer and have a lovely cup of coffee. I'm grateful for my coffee in the morning. I tell myself I was grateful for my kids every day, even the days that they tested me. When I think back about that gratitude for the kids that I had, just practicing that little bit of gratitude for them in the morning before they tested my patience, and then at night before I went to bed, I feel like it allowed me to appreciate my kids for their quirks and their individualness, because they were each so different from each other. And at one time, all I had gratitude for was those kids. Now, there's a lot more for me to be grateful for, and this one isn't as big a problem. But again, if you are not practiced in practicing gratitude, it is not going to come as second nature to go to when you become sad. So I challenge you to practice it. Lazy and cold shower. Okay, it's another body science thing, and Wim Hof and his cold baths and, being able to not get cold in extreme cold situations with breathing techniques. It's amazing. But I tell you what, I struggle with a cold shower. It physically hurts me sometimes. So you can take that a step down if you're like me and don't like a full cold shower, and just go to the sink and splash cold water on your face in the morning. And if your face is too much, do it on your arm. Just pat some cold water on your arm. Do it for about a minute. That cold shocks your system and resets it. And then impatience and reflection. Boy, have I been impatient over the years during my healing, because healing isn't a time-based thing. Once I realized there was no magic pill that was going to fix me, then I realized I needed to put in the hard work, and then I started to realize that hard work might actually last forever. But then I reframed that thought and thought, wow, what if it's just all lessons? What if all the stuff is just lessons? And I know there's going to be more stuff, which means there's more lessons, which means more growth. And growth is one of those things that kills ego, right? Now, instead, I give myself a pat on the back and I say, it's okay to take a break. You work hard at this every day. And I do. The only way to really start feeling better is to start doing the work yourself. In my trauma healing journey, I found it very unfair in the beginning that somebody else traumatized me, yet I had to work on myself. I had to do the work. That just didn't seem fair. Now, I realize more that life is like this for everybody, and we're all working through our stuff, trying to find our way. I challenge you to do some of these things to help instantly feel better. And I challenge you to use the good things in life to kill the negativity in life. Growth to kill the ego. Wisdom to kill the anger. Peace to kill the jealousy. Now, if you're struggling beyond being able to sing your anger away, if you're truly struggling with any family crisis or suicidal thoughts, please call for help. Please call the National Crisis Hotline at 988. A permanent solution is never the answer to a temporary problem. If you struggle, please call 988. And because I've been struggling so hard, I think I am going to pull an oracle card. So, let's see. Go for the next couple weeks. Oracle, what should I be working on for the next couple weeks? A quick cut of the card and a draw, which is preserve. Quick information on this oracle deck. This is the Green Witch's Oracle deck, and I'm going to read the meaning right from the booklet. We pulled preserve, security, forethought, thrift. In green witchcraft, preserving a harvest allows you to keep it longer instead of losing it to decay or waste. It's a thrifty measure that enables you to rely on the fruits of your labor for an extended period of time. Another form of preserving is to put aside a little of what you use every time you use it. This helps build a stockpile to guard against future need. This process is an ongoing, low-level investment that doesn't take much time or energy. The Preserve card reminds you that small gestures accumulate over time. Keep an eye out for areas that you can be thrifty with your time and energy. This doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself now. Enjoy your harvest. Just don't use it all at once simply because it's there. The reflection question is, how can you work to store and secure what you have successfully produced? I really like that card. And I am going to be thinking of that over the next 2 weeks here. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. And until next time, light and love, friends.